When they say everything is political, they use the most broad sense of the definition in order to apply the most narrow sense of the definition in art. And I'll show you what I mean. So, I've been watching a couple of clips from Breaking Bad recently, and this is just something I do to pass the time. And you got this clip with the very last of Mike, and this is the last time he appears in the show, which shows Walter White and Todd. Todd is a very psychopathic individual. He has absolutely no morals. He will do whatever he is being told. He doesn't have any sense of good and evil. And they're talking about getting rid of Mike's body. This is what the scene is about. Now, I wanted to go into the comment section to see what people have to say, you know, because like I'm part of this community, and I enjoy to see what other people's takes are, right? And when you go to this point, you're going to see exactly what I mean. People are saying Todd is such a psychopath. He wouldn't mind if Walt shot a random infant on the street, yet Walter felt the need to lie to Todd by saying it's had to be done, right? So it's a really good take. I enjoyed it. Also, 2 weeks ago, it shows that people are still talking about the show. And here you have, Todd was the MAGA prototype. It's just, why? Like, all my immersion is now broken. Everything that I care about the show is put on the sideline. You know, that now, as you can see, people are also feeling the same thing like I am, and it's like, please don't bring up politics when it's irrelevant. Why not if it's true? So you got another person saying, no, it's actually true. People are saying the problem isn't true. And this is the issue, right? Until recent years, I mean, not even until recent years, like for decades of my fucking life, I've never seen so many people turn non-political discussions political, right? Like, you can make the argument that this is political in a way that, you know, like, how we deal with crime as a society, you know, like what should be criminalized, what shouldn't, how people should feel about, like this is like the most broad sense of politics that you can apply. And sure, you know, like, this show does talk about it. Like at one point, it does pose the question, like, if Walter White was alive during the time when cocaine was legal, like, a lot of the things that he did wouldn't have been necessary, right? So you can have, like, that discussion. But to see that, like, now we're talking about the most narrow sense of politics. MAGA, bad! Bad! MAGA, bad! And I'm like, okay, so now everyone is talking about this shit. And it's almost like hit and run tourists, like people who don't give a fuck about the show. And they just go into the comment section, like, MAGA, bad, bad, you bad, cause you MAGA. And now everyone is talking about this, right? Like, people are defending themselves, people are attacking. Now, I understand that people who are left-leaning, they lack empathy. Like, they don't know how it is to put yourself into the shoes of the other person. So I think I can do a job in order to explain how it is. Like let's say you have the most powerful, most influential person on the planet, Vosh, right? And he spends time, he spends time coming up with a really good explanation about socialism, right? Like, he puts his brain at work, watches Destiny videos, and then like uses that knowledge he got from Destiny in order to make his own analogy. And he talks about islands and coconuts and blowjobs, and, you know, like, he creates this, like, thing where he's trying to reach these kids. He's trying to reach these kids that have been oppressed by capitalismus and teach them the glory of socialism, like the utopia. Okay, so he makes this video, and when he goes into the comment section, instead of seeing people talk about socialism, they're talking about, you bad, you like coconut, you bad, oh, coconut is good, oh, I am a coconut enjoyer, you should try having a drink with coconut, right? And everyone is talking about food. And when, like, Vosh is like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, we're talking politics here. No, everything is food related. Food is required for life to exist. How can you have a conversation without food? Everything revolves around people getting food. It's kind of like that. You know, you're like pigs that are destroying the place. Like, you're bringing your mud into community from community from community, diverting all the conversations on forums, trying to do power grabs so you get moderation so that, like I am willing to bet, if you put a socialist in charge of this comment section, anyone that talks about MAGA bad is going to be promoted. Everyone that's, like, even remotely MAGA good, banned. bad. And then you're going to have, instead of like 227 comments, you're going to have like 27 comments that are approved. And they're all like, baga bad. But what this makes is the fact that no one is going to talk about the movie, right? No one is going to talk about Breaking Bad. No one is going to discuss what is happening here. And it destroys the fandom. Like, if I want to get baga bad, I go on CNN, I go on MSLSD. Like, there are other places that do baga bad far better than these comment sections, right? Like there are other channels where I should go when I want to get that. But when I want to relax and I just want to watch a movie, I should be able to do that and disconnect from the type of bullshit that you guys want. But like, again, it's Mr. Gramsci. Mr. Gramsci is fucking everywhere, who basically came up with the idea that the revolution can't happen if people are allowed to unwind. So this is why, like, every single thing, every single entertainment avenue needs to be poisoned with the message. And honestly, you know, it gets even worse when the producers of the show themselves try to push the message. Like, if you have Todd walking around with a MAGA hat, this is what they did in Breaking Bad for no fucking reason whatsoever, and they still don't understand why people really like Homelander and why he's so fucking popular. They just come fat. They don't know. Like, they put the MAGA hat on him. Why is he still popular? Right? Like, imagine if Breaking Bad would just have Todd walking around with a MAGA hat. Now, nothing in his character would even remotely suggest that he is a right-winger or that he even votes. Or maybe he is a right-winger because he wants to pay less taxes. You know, like, if you make so much cash, I'm pretty sure that Todd may actually be a MAGA, but, like, not for the social reasons. It's simply because he wants to pay less taxes. Maybe he wants, like, less competition from other gangs coming from over the border. So, like, the more I think about it, like, Todd actually being MAGA probably makes sense. But not because he's a psychopath, okay? It's because of economical interests. But with that aside, right? You don't want in your movie to talk about the Republicans and Democrats, especially not in this type of TV show. Like, if it was a different type of TV show, like Madam President or something like that, okay. But even there, you don't want to, because you're going to alienate the audience. You're not going to be inclusive. Like you're going to have to pick a side, and you're going to alienate over 50% of the viewership. While people from other countries won't even know what the fuck you're talking about. Like, people from Romania have no fucking idea what a Republican is, what a Democrat is, right? So it doesn't resonate. But this is what they constantly do. They push their political messages into TV shows. The fandom gets corrupted. No one talks about the show anymore. And it's so goddamn tiring. This is why we need to gatekeep. Just don't interact with these people. When someone goes, "Baga, bah," don't respond. Leave him the fuck out. Downvote his comment. Mute him. Move on. The more attention you give to these people, the more you feed the trolls, the more damage you're doing to the community. Because this is what they want. They want attention. If you give them the grassroots shadow band, where literally no one engages with their shit, they're going to go away. Let me know what you guys think, and as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.